No, let me help you, Bernard and Perlita. Notice Bernard and Perlita, how you start to become more like, Brian Foster the Wolfman or comic book boy, or, the Antilla comic book boy and Stan the comic book boy. Perlita, in your minds basically start to speak the same and behave the same. That's not a good thing. Bernard and Perlita and Robonite. You kind of like merge because you like to stand, you like to sleep with your mother or, your brother. You same with you, Perlita. So, like I said, Antilla and Perlita and Bernard. You can do Bend It on Carney and, take over something that doesn't belong to you. No, Bernard, you got the problem. Let's do this again. So you guys like to mock my cousin Holly Bueller. Hollywood Runaway. So Bernard, like I said, you can like ghetto gangster it if you want with your friends and keep pretending it's not turning into a good result for you the more the group of you lie, Karen. But like I said, you're merging, kind of like a Hollywood, like I said, Hollywood Runaway. I'm only performing the task of helping the police and firefighters, doctors, teachers. Bernard, as you keep asserting. I mean, trust me, Bernard. What you guys did to the kids in your little story with the Carney Circus? Stupid. Think about it real hard. I mean, Brian, your Wolfman, Brian Faust, Stan, comic. Bernard, if you keep wanting to toy with the Top Gun guys, you can, but I don't think you're going to be too big of a success. So Hollywood Runaway, Hollywood Insider, Karen, Joe, you've been to England, and even Greg, several of you, and then Ellery, Italy. You're the one talking shit, Bernard, about how everything belongs to you, but yet, you're merging and becoming the same nasty guys. Like I said, how fag do you really want to announce yourself? Because you're becoming more like Brian or Aaron, Perlita, and Stan and Bernard, the copy of the cat. Tagging. Hashtag. They're just lining you up, Bernard. When you're the one claiming Bernard in your team, Tom Serson, Jim Riley, Josilla, Harry Race, Bernard LaChance, DJ Dave, Perlita Quinoa, Nelton Anderson, Don Wiley, 1961, Oyster Cracker Man, Bitty Bad Four, Blue Way Boxes, GPS Special, Robo Rapist Night, Red Randy, Red Gordon, Ellery, Jim Hall, Bill DeVal, Morgan, Steve Jones, Joe Sam Brown. You're the ones that doing the gangster ghetto Carney style, Bernard, and country and western with Joe. Tag. And I said tag. In Colorado. You're the ones running in a line, Bernard. Thinking everything belongs to you, lying. Are you sure you want it? No, Bernard. You are the people going to have a problem for operation that don't belong to you. And consistently asserting that it does. Improperly using it. I'd be very careful about, Bernard pissing off some young women that it actually belonged to first and constantly, repeatedly fucking it up and running a torture, rape, mutilation machine just so you could have ownership of being badass, ghetto, gangster style, Bernard. I'm only helping the military and the Navy, the Coast Guard, and the firefighter, doctor, the teachers do what Karen and them truly want. If she wants to be a hypocrite and, do the horrific lesson about it. Because obviously, Bernard, they've had problems out there before asserting things belonged to them, and it never did. And look at what it's doing to people. No, Bernard, you got a problem with all the shit talk and lies that you guys have. They're only doing what Karen and the group of you want, Bernard. In your supermassive fag fest. Tag, 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 tag. So, they couldn't have given you guys more hints in the world of who it truly belonged to, Bernard, while you're running Fagala Fest of like Crybaby Fit, while everything's all jacked up in it and shit after the four of you have made your way through every single time, Bernard. So beware, Perlita and Bernard, when you start to become more like the Wolfman Brian and his bullshit, or Stan, or your Tizzy Fit out here, Joe. Because they're setting you up, man. To, put in your place. This is the All-American. Getting you all lined up to. There's no better way to figure out copy protection and all that, Bernard, as you guys keep asserting something belongs to you. Especially when it comes to Disneyland and all the Hollywood celebrities. They're giving you your gift, Bernard. Because if you're a rapist and a piece of dog shit, Bernard, or you're a group of adult rapists and cultists, and it just doesn't seem to get into your mind how fucked up that shit is, Bernard. I told you, they showed me some stuff in my youth, Bernard. Yeah, I know you didn't see all of it, Bernard. The fact Chance and Brian and Stan and Karen, and you're talking all this shit. So they're only putting it together so they can identify the groups of you, so we can find the runaways, you know. I mean, the kind of fame you and your churchy, the Indian woman's looking for, Bernard, trying to break into American Idol, or, you know, the Episcopal Church, man. You're inbreeds, Bernard. They didn't have to live like this, but you just, you know, the group of you keep deserting. So if you want to keep pressing about how badass you think you are, Bernard, and your bit of the fat story and all that nasty shit, you can, but the point you're trying to make with the group of them is pretty fucking dumb, considering the fact the group of you consistently screw over a certain set of type of people all the time. So they're only putting you all together in the way of the lifestyle that you really want, Bernard. You know, Broadway flops, you know, Broadway shows, Carney Circus, taglines. You're the ones that keep grifting and stealing, thinking you're badasses, Bernard, when it clearly belongs to somebody else, and you people keep several families that you guys keep screwing over, Bernard. So they're only getting you all prepared for your Broadway debut from New York down, you know. Tag. They have their ways. But when people tell you they don't want Carney Circus, Bernard, I didn't want Carney Circus or Country Western or Ghetto Life, and you guys keep pushing that fucking meme, Bernard, and everybody's getting sick and fucked up. It kind of proves who doesn't know what they're doing when there was a people who knew how to. But no, Bernard, you and that group across the nation, you're the one gonna be fucked for what you guys keep doing to people and that stupid Carney train shit and Harry and all you guys. But you guys, that's like I said, I warned people first, a long time ago. So you can keep asserting, Bernard, but I'm sure, like I said, she's like been 100 times smarter than the group of you a long time. Carney train, you know. You keep mocking Holly or whoever out there, so that'd probably be not a good idea. So, you know, Bernard, we're letting you have your tenureship because I really, like I said, when I pass away, I don't give a fuck. Because I already know the group of you fucked people over for the All-American and his shit mess all over the nation with Joe. And he got one. When you're that inbreed and that fucked up, Bernard. I know you need the sympathy faggatory story with Judy Shepard. But that's not always sometimes something you need, Harry and Joe and Aurora. So they're getting you all set in for your massive greedy debut, Bernard. For screwing over several families consistently and your shitified, nasty-ass survey work with the Freemans. I know you guys planned it, Bernard, from Colorado all the way out since I left. And when you keep fucking over Hollywood celebrities, Bernard, and they know more, and then they also have a previous history of you guys doing the same thing, it kind of lines up where I should be, but I can't be because we got to deal with Bernard Chance and the Carneys and stuff. So Bernard, you can keep fucking me over and shit, and talking your shit about how great of an eye you are, but they're preparing you for your debut, the tagline, from Broadway to Broadway. Get it, Bernard? Hollywood. You know. Insiders. Hollywood. She has her way, and the girls have their way of proving who the dipshits are always on the planet Earth. Bernard, I trust in that faith. And they gave you what you supposedly claim was rightfully yours, All-American and Bernard and comics and Perlita and Dave, and I can assure you they never did. But you can keep claiming it, Bernard, in your gangster ghetto style that you guys supposedly always do. When people are all mutilated up and you're obsessed over the firehouse and making up stories, Bernard, about how great you think you are. But they're getting ready for the tagline for the Broadway to Broadway show of the Carney Circus. Hollywood. Runaway. Come on, Bernard. Broadway to Broadway. Tagline. Hollywood. Runaway. Orbital Insights. So, Bernard, you guys could keep asserting how great you are, but I already know that the group of your adults are rapists and murderers and convicts, and you guys write it off through the movie. Oh, you're just a coward. But see, Aaron and Stan and Brian, when it starts to become all like you guys, and you sound the same, behave the same, inbreed, Bernard, it proves that the group of you who think you can run around the world and steal people's shit and mock them all up. So you can side with the All American again and all that, Bernard, and your 3-time, oh, Judy Shepard. They're putting only together the quality at which you claim that it belonged to you, Bernard, but it didn't really. Are you starting to understand, Bernard? You're the one gonna have a problem. And you can beam your fake eye and all that shit to the world about how great you think you are in that group. But like I said, for fucking me over and certain girls over consistently, Bernard, when it's kind of obvious, there's certain Hollywood celebrities where it's kind of obvious that you should let those professionals do something instead of being some badass wherever you go with that shit circus. Bernard, they're giving you what you guys and Karen and them professed. Karen said she wanted it to be put in the hands of the smart men and the professionals. There ain't going to be anybody better than the Navy, the Coast Guard, and the military branches, and then the firefighters, doctors, teachers of San Diego and the nation, the FBI and the CIA, because they know a lot more, truly, and watching the torture chamber that wasn't needed. But Karen, they're just doing it in Hollywood celebrities and the tech companies. So, Bernard, those Google Doodles of Charles kind of thing, and Taco Joe, and the GPS Nights, and your nasty ass bathroom face after helping them. You're the one, Brown, Bernard, and Perlita, Stan, and Brian, and Karen. Trust me, because they're giving it to you all for your bullshit story and your massive abuse in Pickens Street, Jamaica Street. So just remember, we're just the FBI, Bernard. They're working with America's Most Idol to get the pictures and all that stuff, so they can be easy to identify. Broadway to Broadway. Tagline: Hollywood Runaways. Don't worry, Bernard. They're on the case. Because when a group of you adults keep fucking people over that many times, especially children, and it was designed a certain way and you guys don't allow it to happen, Bernard, trust me, it's you and Perlita and that group of people who are the ones who are fucked.